Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Even though I totally did, I'm just acting like I didn't for this commercial. Did you know that 5 million rage-induced deaths are caused by Super Mario Maker every single year? Well, you probably didn't, because I'm spouting complete bullshit out of my mouth. What's up guys, Tony here. Today we're going to be talking about Super Mario Maker, the game where you make Mario levels for other people and for some odd reason turns everyone into a sadistic fucking psychopath who gets a boner out of human suffering. Mario Maker was released around 4 years ago in 2015, and the game's whole premise is that you create your own levels and other people get to play them. Now, do you have any fucking idea what happens when you give a bunch of trolls the ability to make a Mario level with almost no restriction, or even worse, Japanese people? Listen, if you come across a level that's got a Japanese title, you're screwed. Japanese people don't have any chill. You're gonna be all wrapped up in a fucking sushi roll before you get halfway through the level. But this is the best part about Mario Maker. It's like supposed to be a fun, kid-friendly game, but meanwhile it brings out the absolute worst in all of humankind. Everyone's Satan all of a sudden when they get to make a Mario Maker level. I've actually played this game only like twice at my brother's house, so I went there and I knew what I was getting myself into because I had seen it on YouTube. And listen, have you ever like known you were gonna get fucked so you couldn't even be mad, and you sit there with your controller and you make the I did this to myself face, and you know exactly what I'm talking about too. You know, you sit there and you... There are still plenty of series going on about Mario Maker because there's always new levels to play. I remember watching the Game Grumps and Nova series on it every day. Man, I love those guys.
One finger up the butt and the other one...
Have you tried that? It's awesome.
It's incredible.
You fucking cock! I'm gonna fucking jerk off on you!
Please don't jerk off on me. The levels in this game can be agonizing, and to prove my point, let's take a look at Mario Maker Bingos. This is basically a little game of bingo somebody made that you can play while doing your challenge runs in the game, where you cross a square out every time you come against some bullshit. Things like enemies stacked 8 high, giant Bowser with wings, springs bouncing on springs, actually a decent level. The middle square is just bullshit in whole caps. Do you know the level of pain a man had to experience to put this in here? And everyone who's played the game can relate. We all know exactly what this person's talking about. It's a deeper, subconscious level of understanding that is unexplainable to our physical senses. So with all this, why do people play Mario Maker? I don't know. See, I could never stand playing this game on the regular because I'm not good at Mario games. The controls are all slidey and I can't get into it. Instead, I like watching other people suffer on YouTube. But for those who are, Mario Maker offers a way to keep going to more and more difficult levels and try to win at bigger challenges. Even though after a certain point it just turns into trolls and gimmicks and that kind of artificial difficulty. The most common gimmick levels are probably the autocomplete levels where you just sit there and watch the level complete itself. Sometimes there's even music playing. While very creative and impressive, this gets boring after like 2 levels. Listen man, I want to hit my head against blocks, get a concussion, then die out of internal bleeding just like my hero Mario. Mario's life is really fucked up. This is a man who gets paid to hit his head against things. I mean, give the man another 20 years, he's gonna be walking around like this. But autocomplete levels aren't the only gimmicks. There's other ones like P-block runs where the whole level is just you having to rush, and if you make one mistake, you lose. And then you have to play through the whole level again just so you can get to that one part you need to try again. I don't think there's anything on the planet that's more annoying than that. Now this isn't really an issue anymore in games, but back in my day, aka like 8 years ago when I was 10, if you got a game over, your sorry ass was gonna play the whole level again. But you wanna go right away because you're in the zone, but you can't. And you know when you're a kid, you know, you get pissed off, but you don't let it out because you don't want to get yelled at by your parents. So you do the silent anger dance, alright? You know, This actually happens in Dark Souls games too. They're probably the worst offender. When you die to a boss, you have to walk all the way back to the boss room to try again, sometimes through a myriad of enemies, or a swamp that poisons you and makes you slower. But anyway, back to Mario Maker. In a nutshell, this whole level creation system allows for a lot of creativity, and there's a lot of good, fun, interesting levels. Even difficult ones that are very well designed and not unfair. Apart from being able to just pick random levels, you can play this challenge one where you get 100 lives and have to play an assortment of random levels picked based on difficulty level. Here is the famed Super Expert 100 Mario Challenge, where there is nothing but trolls and Japanese levels, and you have to beat 6 of them. I'd rather drown! In any case, Mario Maker is an amazing idea of a game, and I think actually one of the cooler things Nintendo has ever done. When you sift through the generic bullshit with the trolling and such, there's a lot of cool levels underneath there, and some people have gotten crazy creative with it. You never know what you're gonna get, and that's one of the biggest appeals, I think. Not to mention being able to make your own levels. Mario Maker actually almost made the Wii U worth it. You know, I literally almost forgot this console existed when I was writing this video. It's sort of an awkward point between the Wii and the Switch, but I think it was a necessary transition, but it felt sort of underwhelming to me, even though it did have some good games on it. Personally, though, the best thing I've gotten out of this console is the countless hours of watching people rage on YouTube trying to beat Mario Maker levels. But in any case, this book was upside down. I wasn't actually reading it, but it makes me look very smart. I don't have anything else to say. Please turn the camera off. This is the end of the video. Seriously, turn it off. Does Grandpa have to choke a bitch? Hey guys, you look really great today. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the bell if you want to see more stupid shit like this. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I try to reply to every single comment. Share this with a friend if you fucking hate them and want them to suffer through this video as well. Thank you to all my amazing supporters on Patreon. They make sure I don't fucking die. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.